Hi everybody, and today on the video blog we're going to talk about the 7 worst songs about money. So I've picked these songs because they all have that whole belief that money is bad, that you have to work hard for money, that money's a problem, that money's negative, and there were so many songs to choose from that it was actually quite hard because it seems like we only want to sing about the negative. So the number one song that I've picked is the ABBA Money, Money, Money. And ABBA's one of my favourite bands. I actually love their music. But when you listen to those words in that song, it was that the plan is to marry a wealthy man. That was the plan. And it's funny, in a rich man's world. So it's the lyrics are following along that belief system that says, you know, the only thing that girls can do is marry a rich guy, and that there's poor people, and then there's this other world called rich people, and it's like a different world and different people. And unfortunately, that's what the lyrics are saying. And yet the tune's nice and catchy. And then I was thinking, I found another one by Donna Summer, and it's called She Works Hard for the Money. And it's like, yeah, what sort of message are we giving people when that's the title of the song? And that's what the words of the song are all about, how hard she works. And it was sort of saying you should respect her because she works hard. But it's like, that's not really the message we're wanting to put into our brains either. What about Pink Floyd and their song called Money? And their lyrics were, get a good job with more pay and you're okay. So it really puts more of that emphasis that we have learnt that, you know, go to school, get a good job, you know, work hard, get a better job, get more money, pay a mortgage, and you'll be okay. And that's not the goal that we've got for our life. Then AC/DC came up twice on my list of 7. So one, their song's called Money Talk, and it says, come on, love me for my money. So I don't know about you, but that's not my goal of the way to find a partner just because they're rich. And of course, we know that there are people out there that do that, but that's not what we want for us empowered women. And their other one is Ain't No Fun Waiting to Be a Millionaire. And it was all about, you know, that it was like being a millionaire would be something that would just happen to you. And Madonna's song Material Girl. And it was interesting when I was researching for this article, Madonna says if she had known how popular that song would be and how she'd be called the Material Girl, she wouldn't have done the song. So that's from her own mouth, that she doesn't like the message of that song, that she's a material girl. Because that's not what we want for our lives. Now, the good news is there are good songs out there. And so below I've made a playlist of some of the good songs, and one that I really would like you to all click in on is Judy Cranston, and she's got a whole bunch of songs of affirmations, songs of, they're real bouncy, and you might have seen a little clip that I put on Facebook where we were all singing the song I Am Amazing. And so songs are important because the way we do music actually gets into our brain, into our subconscious, into our soul, because these are the words we repeat. You know, we once you get a catchy tune, you sing it over and over again. And it's important to listen to the words. It's important to be aware of what we're putting into our brain, because so much of the world is putting in these negative thoughts, these negative imprints into our system. And that's not where we're wanting to go. I was looking at Dolly Parton's, 9 to 5. We have to work, and we have to work hard, and we have to work these set hours, and it's a man's world. And all of those messages that we're getting through our songs, and we sing. And there was Beatles songs, there was, pretty well all of the famous people had these songs that had these negative messages. And that's just not what we want. So let's have a look at, the number 7. I didn't do number 7, the Phil Collins, Another Day in Paradise. And again, the title's not quite saying it, but it was, that other people are rich, but I'm the poor person. And that's not the message. We can all be rich. We can all have the money. It doesn't matter where you got born, how you got born, whether you're rich or poor now. If you'd like to be rich, you can be. And that's the message we want to get. So I've got a list of good songs. Things like Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys. Happy by Will Ferrell. It always makes me feel happy, that song. Raw by Katy Perry. So I've got a little list of my favourite music about money, music about power and empowering the woman. Enjoy. And don't forget to tap away the negative beliefs that you've got about whether you can be successful or not. Because the more we believe that we can be successful, the easier it will be to achieve. Bye for now, and happy tapping.